Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris McGuire, and I am staying at a friend's house until Thursday. That's why I'm not using a studio backdrop, and I'm not using studio lights. I'm using ceiling fan lights, and I'm sitting on a couch right now. I was just over there at my friend's computer watching the new Xbox reveal event, where they revealed the next generation of Xbox, which is the Xbox One. Yes, it is very lovely, and I'll talk about it at length in a few seconds. First, I would feel a little strange not welcoming the new people to our channel. Welcome, all of you. Hi, howdy, how's it going? Good to see you, good to have you. Take a look around, watch the videos you want to watch. We've got reviews, we've got vlogs, and we've got gameplay. So pick out whatever you like and take a little stroll. I will make a formal welcome announcement soon, laying out what our channel's all about. So stay tuned for that. I'm waiting for my friend to get home before I do it. And right now, let's get to the reveal event, because I want to share with you everything that happened that I can recall anyways. I've got a phone, which I took notes on right here, some of which are comical, because, you can't have an announcement event without having some goofy fucking stuff happening, am I right? Especially with Microsoft. If you have been on our channel for a long time, you may know that I made a reaction video to the PlayStation 4 announcement, and I was pretty positively reflecting on it. It was awesome, to be perfectly honest. They showed off a lot of games. They showed off their console, not what it looks like, but what it can do. They talked about the different features it'll have, what their plan is for this console. It was a really well-rounded event. It was awesome. Xbox is no different. It was a good conference, but not nearly as good in my opinion as far as the shock factor and the awesome factor. They did have a few problems, at least from a gaming standpoint. From a sports standpoint, if you're a sports player or someone that watches sports, you probably thought that was the best fucking event that ever happened, didn't ya? You ESPN fans out there, you NFL fans, and you NBA and FIFA fans. Yeah, I'm not one of those, and I was not enjoying it very much. At least a fourth of the conference, maybe even a third, was spent on sports. And that is not, in my opinion, that is not a good idea for a game console. Why is more time not devoted to games? This is a game console. Honestly, the PS4 had Killzone and Second Son and the next generation of just a bunch of different games and new IPs. And Square Enix came out their Destiny. Just lots of games. Watch Dogs. Just games coming out the fucking windows and the wazoo. It just overflowing with games. And that's what a gaming conference, should be about. Games. But I will give them credit. This conference was about a console. It wasn't about the games necessarily. It was about the console. So they did accomplish one thing, and that is getting their point across with the console. What's the console going to do? What kind of power does it have? When's it going to be available? They did not announce a price, but they did do one thing that Sony did not do. They showed the console. They showed it. They showed the controller too, which PS4 did show their controller. The Xbox controller, unlike the PS4 controller, does not have any new buttons that I'm aware of. The start and select buttons look different, but I think they're pretty much the same thing probably. There's no share button, or at least they didn't talk about it, and I didn't see it on the controller. So it seems like they're banking more on the multitasking of the console and, pulling open the fucking guide and sharing it with that, I guess, using the share options with that, or using it with the separate operating system. They have a Windows kernel built into the system. I'll get to that in a second. So they're not inputting a share button on the controller. They're banking on their operating system to do the share features. There is going to be streaming just like before. You can record your gameplay on a DVR-like system, and you can edit it. It has like a built-in editing tool apparently, and I assume this will include like uploading to YouTube and all that jazz. The console is very cloud-based. However, it has been confirmed from what I have gathered that Always Online is not in the console. Just as I said, I've been saying this for months. Guys, stop talking about this Always Online idea. Microsoft isn't going to do that. They're not fucking retards. Honestly, why do we have to give deference to this? clearly is not going to happen. No one is going to make a console that's always online in an age where more than half of America does not have access to fast internet. It just isn't going to happen. So it's not always online. It has a very powerful base. It's a very powerful console, and I'm going to give you the stats right here. In fact, I don't even need it. I remember it. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 8-core processor. They did not talk about the video card, whether it's going to be Radeon or NVIDIA. They did not talk about what generation it would be coming from, any of that jazz. It has 3 operating systems, Windows, Xbox, and then, Windows, Xbox, and then one in the middle that combines the two, that I guess coordinates the two probably. I'm a programmer, and from a programming standpoint, I kind of see what they're going for. It sounds similar to like model view control. I'm not going to get into that. Most people don't care. But anyways, the console seems very powerful. It has Windows kernel built into it, which makes it seem like it would be able to do like pretty much anything a PC could do. It has Skype built in. It has Internet Explorer. I can hear the shrugs a mile away. No one fucking likes Internet Explorer, including myself. But we got to deal with it. And as a console thing, I don't think it'll really matter if it's Internet Explorer or not. It'll be just fine. It should work just fine. What else is there to say? I'm going to pull open my Facebook here. I'm actually just going to read some stuff that I posted in here that just went away suddenly. I wanted to play the Xbox drinking game, the Xbox Reveal drinking game, but I don't have any alcohol, and it's at a friend's house, and I didn't want to get belligerently drunk at their house out of respect. But I probably would have been stone fucking dead on the floor if I had taken that drinking game seriously, because they did a lot of cliches, Microsoft cliches. But I thought the controller looked nice. The system looks cool. I mean, the design standpoint is very modern, very slick, but it's just a box, people. It's just a box, a black box. And it looks bigger than the current console, especially the Xbox 360 Slim. So that's interesting. I guess it would be a negative, but who really gives a shit? I mean, the console's just going to sit in your living room anyway, so the size doesn't really matter. Live TV. At first I thought that the Xbox could just switch between different inputs on your TV, but apparently Live TV is built into the system. This might be accomplished through feeding your cable DVR into the system from the back. That might be how they do it. But in any case, like in the operating system of the Xbox itself, you can watch Live TV and then multitask with other things. So pretty much that implies the console has Live TV in the console, actually acting from the console, which is interesting because the Wii U kind of does that. It has not accomplished the kind of Live TV that we've been looking for, but it's interesting to see how it will turn out on the new Xbox. Music is returning, obviously. It's going to have all of the media stuff that we expect from a console these days. Everything the 360 has and more. They did announce a pretty interesting figure, how they're expanding to 300,000 servers. So Xbox Live will be stronger than ever. Unfortunately, against my own expectations, they did not announce a price drop for Xbox Live. They did not announce free Xbox Live. They may do that in E3 because they might be saving their cards for later, because no doubt Sony's going to have stuff soon also. So they need something under their sleeve to launch and announce to us in the future. Skype will be coming to it, probably one of the most important announcements. Really awesome. I love that idea. I'm so glad Skype is coming to it. That is awesome. USB 3.0, obviously. Blu-ray, that did surprise me. Blu-ray did surprise me to be on this console. I did not expect that, but I thought that they would create their own proprietary disc technology like Nintendo did, but no, they surprised me. They use Blu-ray. I like that. 500 gigabyte hard drive space, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Once again, 3 operating systems. Kinect is back. It's Kinect 2.0. And it's much more... it has higher fidelity scanning or whatever. Much more information is feeding in. 2 gigabits of information apparently is feeding in, so it's much more in depth in its analysis of the room and you and what you're wearing and that sort of thing. So it's really interesting. Apparently you can turn the console on without it even being on. I guess it'd be in a low power state and you just say Xbox on. And that is one thing I hate. How you gotta say Xbox before everything. I mean, it's intuitive because you don't want to just say things and then your Xbox thinks you're talking to it, but how about we don't have voice commands at all? Voice commands are cool and all, but it sounds goofy and looks goofy. So I hope that at least they allow you to use your controller to navigate things and not have to use the voice things. Because I hope you can disable it. I hope there's settings that disable that shit. Because I don't want to be playing it and then having a relative over at my house and he just comes into my room, he runs in and goes, Xbox, turn off, and then runs away and just like trolls me. You know, I don't want that happening. I don't want it happening. It probably can tell whose voice it is. There's probably something to that effect, I would assume. So we probably don't have to worry too much. You can play multiple games at once. Awesome. Thank you. Multitasking that includes multiple games at once. Thank you. Oh my god, that is incredible. That is incredible. EA made an appearance with their fucking sports. I thought EA would make an appearance and talk about Star Wars. Because, I mean, they're not supposed to have a new Star Wars game because it just happened, weeks ago. They're not supposed to have a new Star Wars game for, another year or two, but you'd think they might have been able to get something together for this, but they didn't. Forza 5 was announced. That's nice. Remedy, makers of Alan Wake, announced a new game, Quantum Break. That was cool. Halo made an appearance. And it made an appearance that we did not see coming. Halo television series by director Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg has long since been the one to show interest in making a Halo movie. I was hoping for a Halo movie. A Halo television series sounds cool and all, but personally, I would have preferred a movie, but whatever. Television series, count me in. I hope it involves the Master Chief. If it doesn't, I'm gonna die a little inside and then see what it has to offer. Xbox One launches this year. They have revealed that right out the gate. It's launching this year, and within the first year of it being out, there's going to be 15 exclusive titles, 8 of which are brand new games, which is pretty cool. The conference ended out with Call of Duty, as most of us probably expected. We expected Call of Duty to be there, not necessarily that it would end on Call of Duty, but it did end on Call of Duty, and I'm sure that got lots of positive crowd reaction. Personally, I was not too thrilled to see Call of Duty on my screen. But as far as Call of Duty announcements have ever gone, I gotta say, this one was probably up there. They showed off the new engine that they used, and the graphics look incredibly good for Call of Duty. I've seen other games that rival it easily, Crysis, obviously. But for Call of Duty, a game that goes out to millions and millions and millions of people, that's a pretty good engine from what they've shown. That's pretty cool. Volumetric lighting, incredible particle effects, great character models. It wasn't bad, okay? It's not bad. I mean, everyone out there right now on my Twitter is probably bashing it into Kingdom Come, and I'm not one to like Call of Duty. I have not played the last two hardly at all because I got so soured on Call of Duty. It's so boring to me and so repetitive and so rehashy. I don't like Call of Duty, okay? I don't like Call of Duty. It's not fun to me. I never have fun playing Call of Duty. But this next Call of Duty actually looks cool. It's a new Call of Duty experience. It's not Modern Warfare or Black Ops. Obviously, it wouldn't be Black Ops because that's not Infinity Ward. That's Treyarch. But it's a new Call of Duty game with a new name. Maybe it'll be different. maybe it will be different enough that it's not just Call of Duty. In fact, they showed off new game mechanics that were not in the previous Call of Duties. Vaulting over cover, like as you go, which was in Brink. Brink wasn't a good game, but whatever. Vaulting over cover, leaning around. That's in several shooters, but, you know, it's just nice to see that they're actually taking initiative and putting new stuff into the game instead of just rehashing the same game over and over again. And it's hilarious that the guy, the spokesman for Call of Duty, pretty much verified the fact that they were previously going with what was safe, making another Modern Warfare, making another, you know. And they've been doing that for ages. They've been going with what's safe for ages. So it's good to see that they're trying something new. Maybe it'll turn out to be just, you know, a rehash with a new face. Maybe it'll turn out to be something totally groundbreaking and different. I don't know. There's not enough information right now. We can't just look at it and immediately write it off, as much as I'd like to, because I don't like Call of Duty. I want to remain objective and say, hey, it has a chance. It has a chance, even if it's Call of Duty. With that said, I had a lot of hope going into this conference. You can ask my friend Chetwin. I thought this was going to be an awesome conference and that Xbox was going to be the best console looking forward. But to be honest, the console looks awesome. We haven't seen much of the games, but just the overall demeanor of Microsoft for this console in reference to the demeanor of Sony with their console, my bets are actually on Sony at this point. As much as I want Xbox to be awesome and to succeed, because I've been playing Xbox for years, I've had Xbox Live for 8 years, and I have grown up as, Halo got me through middle school. I'm just going to throw that out there. Halo got me through middle school and high school. So I love Halo to death, and I love Xbox to death, but you gotta admit, that conference was pretty fucking goofy at times, and this console, while looking pretty awesome, it's not feeling as strong and stellar as the PlayStation 1 came out to be. The Wii U obviously is looking the weakest right now, at least in my opinion, but the Sony conference was just so crisp and gaming-oriented that it really made me happy to say, I'm interested in Sony again. After the PS3, I am interested in this. Because the PS3 kind of bombed my expectations for Sony, and now this PlayStation 4 looks awesome. And the Xbox One, although the console itself seems stable and seems like a solid framework, they have not shown me anything so far that has gotten me at a heightened level of interest, that has gotten me to say, you know what? That next console is going to be fucking incredible. I cannot wait. There's nothing so far that has made me say, I cannot wait. Nothing. That much. Zero. Nada. Zippo. So with that said, I will leave you with this. Microsoft, give me a show at E3. Show me what you have to offer. Show me what you have under your sleeve. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be there on launch and I will get that console. But right now, Sony looks the strongest. Sorry. Anyways, I am signing off. Thanks for watching, and once again, welcome to all the new people. You won't regret subscribing. You won't regret being here. Thanks again to Mr. Epsion for showing off my video on his channel, and see you later.